Hello, Jans here. In today's video I want to talk about in-house XR software development teams and where do you start and how do you scale them and what do you need to develop your own XR software in-house. Let's look at some of the basics. And for XR development in general, you will be developing the software in one of the two major game engines, either Unity or Unreal Engine. There are a couple of other options available. There is Godot, you can do some things with WebXR, you can do some custom things, but in general, Unity or Unreal are the two main go-to places, and you will also have the most developers available either for Unity or for Unreal. And one of the core differences in the engines is that Unity is using C# and Unreal is using C++. Also, in Unreal you have low-code development option available. It's called Blueprints, but a bit more about that in a different video. When you decide that you want to do your own in-house XR development, the first person on your development team, and in the beginning that will be the development team, will be the developer, the XR engineer, who will be specializing either in Unity or Unreal development or just like general game engine development and will be comfortable working with either of the engines. For this developer, you will want them to be experienced in creating 3D software, and ideally they would have developed at least something in 3D. It could be like either games or simulations or maybe something in virtual production. It does not necessarily need to be VR or XR related, but just like 3D software and game engine development in general. Because trying to pick up a new game engine, new development tool, and learning how to do 3D design and spatial design at the same time is very difficult. Now, this development team of one, you would think how much one person can do, and actually quite a lot. If you want to just prototype solutions and make quick experiences and deliver proof of concepts, then most likely one developer will be enough to do that. And if you combine that with some design skills, then it will be great to prototype. And that leads us to the second person in your development team, and that would be XR user experience designer. And XR user experience designers usually also have some game engine skills, and therefore they would be able to work together with the developer, and this team then will deliver more consistent and also visually better user experiences and prototypes. Now, you have this and you have amazing quality of prototypes, but you want to make your experience look good. You want to dwell into more complex interactions and longer experiences. What do you do next? I would say the next core team size would be 4 people, and that would be 2 game engine developers, our UX designer, and a 3D artist. And adding a 3D artist in-house is not the cheapest options in the world, but it will be great for iteration and for quickly delivering the software, and it will definitely pay off. Now, with this team of 4, we have the whole user experience in terms of building 3D assets, building interactions, building gameplay, and designing, all the same within one small team, and this team will be able to produce pretty high quality demos and experiences, albeit they will not be like AAA production quality or super large, and once again the optimization of experiences might vary depending on the skill set and experience of your game engine developers. Now, the next step of scaling the team largely depends on which way the experience is going, and is it more gameplay or more visually oriented. Because at this point I would grow the team from 4 people to 6 people, and that would be in addition to our 2 developers, 3D artist and UX designer. I would add a QA engineer and then either another 3D artist or another game engine developer. And so there's the question, if we want to grow with experience and if the team needs to deliver more visual quality or more gameplay and interactions. And this is a decision that you will need to make based on what exactly your application is and what is the flow of the application and the interactions there. Now, with this team size, a team of 6 is a pretty good team, and if you want to scale the team more, I would scale it to a maximum of 9 people, but at that point I would start thinking about adding another team instead of trying to grow the team size past 9. And if we scale this team of 6 to team of 9, then we can add 1 more engineer, 1 more artist, and then a product or delivery type of role. Once again, depending on what exactly the application is, it could be a producer, it could be a product owner, delivery manager combo, or just a product owner. But at a team of this size, you definitely need someone who is managing the delivery, scheduling the work, and also helping with the requirement gathering and communicating with the client, because the team and the lead developer of the team will not be able to do that work for themselves, as they have enough engineers and artists to manage, and the project scale itself is getting bigger and bigger. From my experience, the best teams, the best performing teams, are teams of in between 7 to 9 people who are generating massive output in terms of work completed, while still being agile and being contained into manageable amount of people. And now, to deliver like a really high-end VR or XR experience or any software, you would have this core team of like 7 to 9 people. You might even have multiple teams of this size, and then on top of that you'll probably need a dedicated audio engineer, an audio designer, and sound effects designer. You will need a technical artist who will help with optimizing the experiences and getting the light effects done and adding this extra polish. And you also might need like custom game designers, storytellers. You might need educational designers, learning experience designers. You might need an expert from the industry or key opinion leader to help you to translate the requirements or translate the procedures if you have like, I don't know, complex health and safety procedures or a complex medical procedure, for example, to get the design right and all the details right. At one point, maybe you will need some localization experts. So you might want to outsource for an agency who will do the localization of the experience and add in multiple languages. And all of this gets into the realm of like a larger development organization. But in general, as a good bet, I would say, is scaling the team from 1 to 2 people, then quickly scaling it from 2 to 6, as we discovered before. Once you want to start to deliver a bit larger experience and a bit more robust product, and then adding a product person and adding a couple more developers and not exceeding that team size beyond 9. And one of the ways how you might look at it is maybe you want to scale the team of 9 a bit larger, but you don't want to add like 9 more people. Then you can tune it down a tiny bit and maybe have 1 QA engineer and 1 product person for 2 teams of 6. So overall you would have 12 people who are doing development, and then a QA engineer. I would say maybe a QA engineer, a designer, and a product person. So it would be altogether 15 people with centralized product and QA and design function, and 2 development streams happening at the same time. So this is my take on how you scale XR development teams. And if you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.